What is up, everyone, and welcome back to the Talking Sports Podcast right here on YouTube, Apple Podcast, and Spotify. As always, we are sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. Use code TSP for a 100% deposit match up to $100 on Underdog Fantasy. Link is in the description. And as always, you can follow us on social media at Talking Sports PD on X and on Instagram. As always, you can listen to this on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. And Apple Podcast and Spotify. All of that is in the description. We have another guest. We've done a couple of these NFL draft interviews leading up to next week's NFL draft. If you've missed our last two or any of our content, go back and check it out. We are joined by Southeastern linebacker Jomier Augustine. Man, how are we doing today?
Man, I'm doing good. I can't complain. How you doing?
Doing good. I appreciate you joining on. I know you're busy leading up to next week's NFL draft, all the stuff that comes with it. So I appreciate you taking the time.
No doubt. It's been a pleasure.
And of course, guys, you guys can follow him on Instagram and him on Twitter. That will be in the description. So if you guys want to go check him out, make sure you guys follow him on Instagram and on Twitter. Ready for some questions?
Yes, sir. No doubt.
So when I usually do these interviews, obviously we're going to talk about football, right? That's why we're here. That's what we're doing. It's a sports podcast. But sure. I usually like to start it like we're in a high school class and ask you one interesting fact about you that maybe people don't know about, or just an interesting fact about you that is non-football related, has nothing to do with football.
Probably military brat. Yeah, just growing up, I moved around a lot of different places. My mom was in the Marines, my dad was in the Army, and my brother was in the Army. So just growing up, just been all around military.
You're the first one to say military background. Last week I had Anton Popov, who's in the Tropical Bowl and all that fun stuff. Who's also
I played with him in the Tropical Bowl.
Yeah, and he said his thing is he speaks Russian.
Okay,
he speaks fluent Russian, and that was a first time for me, and for me as well. Military background is the first one, so that's pretty interesting. Now football related. So let's talk about your career. So to get this right, you played at Howard, you played at Carson Newman University, and then most recently Southeastern University, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. I attended Kennesaw too, but I was there for my COVID year, my redshirt year. So really didn't. Yeah.
So all those programs, kind of combine them into one. How did those programs and how did the coaches, your playing time at all those programs kind of shape you into the player you are today?
I feel like it just shaped me all around. I feel like I wouldn't be the person today if I didn't go to all four of those schools. Those schools not only made me as a man, but just grew my faith too. I always looked at the bigger picture. Whether I was going through adversity, my mom, she had breast cancer, or a coaching staff change, I always found a way to push through. And I felt like one of those different schools, early age, especially when I went to Howard, that was my true freshman year. I started every single game at linebacker. Just coming in, playing D1 ball as a 18-year-old, you really have to learn it's a grown man's game. And at the end of the day, you got to be on your P's and Q's.
Did any school in particular kind of like you think prepare you the most for what is ahead in your professional career?
Probably my last two schools. I'll say Carson Newman and Southeastern. They're both Christian-based schools, so I was able to grow my faith with the Lord. And not only that, but just overall, just the people I met coming in. I not only wanted to be an excel and football, but just a person as well. I wanted to show people I could change and I could be someone that I always wanted to be. And I feel like I grew as a man at Carson Newman, and then later transferred to Southeastern for my last year, my grad year. I was able to just excel, not only in football, but just off the field too.
Do you think going to four different schools kind of helped you in the sense of giving you kind of different looks of different levels of college football, different programs, different coaches, kind of how each school different used you differently? Do you think that helped you?
Mm-hmm, for sure, because not like I said, it's a grown man's game. So, and not only when in the NFL, you're always that the goal is not to just stay one team, but at the end of the day, it's a business. So if you get pushed around to different teams, you got to be able to learn how to adapt. And I feel like going to all those different schools, I learned to adapt to different environments. I learned to be around different people, and not only because only helped me for my future itself.
You mentioned your military background a couple of minutes ago. How did that shape you into the person you are today on and off the field?
Probably just structure. I'm very disciplined and I'm very consistent. I feel like I use that a lot during my football career. Just being more consistent. See my dad, my mom, and my brother just get up at day to day and just go grind. See my dad go to Afghanistan and Iraq and fight for our country. Just all like not only put a stepping stone in my heart at an early age, but just shape me, just show what hard work truly is. And you only can get somewhere through God and your faith and how much work you put in.
So you recently completed your pro day at Southeastern University. I'm going to pull up a tweet for everyone. If you're on YouTube, you can see this. If you're an Apple Podcast or Spotify, sucks for you. Go over to YouTube, subscribe, and you can look at this. So you just completed your pro day, right? This is a little tweet from
Yes,
Southeastern
sir.
Football. Talk about your pro day. Like, how was that experience? How was competing with other, obviously your teammates, other players, and then obviously in front of NFL scouts? Like, grade yourself on your pro day, your vertical, your 40-yard, everything that you did on your pro day. Kind of just recap us and kind of give us a deep dive into that.
I felt like everything went well with my pro day. I felt like I had a great day overall. I really don't know all the numbers officially, but I know I excelled a lot. I know for a fact I excelled in the vert. I had a 35 vert, and I know for a fact the drills went correctly. And I know I ran a great 40. I probably ran like 4.6, 4.7 range. I just don't know the official numbers. And then just overall, just being able to talk to multiple scouts, talk to the Jags and the Bucks, but during my process, I've been going through a whole lot of different teams, playing in the Tropical Bowl and the FCS Bowl, which has been a blessing, blessing itself. Just being able to talk to a lot of different teams, understand where I can fit in the NFL, and how I can place myself to be successful.
What would you grade yourself on your pro day? 1 out of 10, 10 being you did everything you could. One, you didn't do what you wanted to do. What would you kind of rate yourself on your pro day?
I'll probably say about an
Okay.
8 out of 10. Not only just because I feel like we're just a little rushed during the process. I feel like we could have slowed things a little bit down, especially with the warm ups, a lot of different warm ups. But other than that, I feel like I had a great day. I didn't drop any balls during position drills. I think I put a video up there on my Twitter, but just showing everyone how my day went. But basically, it was real smooth, and I was able to talk to the Jags and Bucks right after my pro day.
Was it nerve-wracking just knowing what is potentially at stake, right? Like your professional football. Look, I'm not saying it's all at stake in your pro day. You obviously have more chances down the road, but it's a huge stepping stone to get into professional football, into the NFL. Were you nervous, like waking up that morning, like kind of like what are your thought processes leading into you actually performing on the pro day?
No doubt. I think everybody will have a little butterflies in the
Yeah.
system, but at the end of the day, it's all about how you prepare. And I feel like I came preparation. I was training down in Fort Lauderdale at Bomarito's Performance Center, so just training down there with a lot of different guys around the country, and just being able to see how my competition stacks up. And then not only, like I said, playing those bowl games. I've been in the situations where I had to go prove myself always. So just being able to stay consistent with my workouts has prepared me for my pro day, and I'm so thankful.
About 99.9% of the people watching and listening right now have never competed in a pro day or will never compete in a pro day. So you can kind of compare it to like almost like a job interview, right? Like if you're going to be an accountant, you got to go job interview, you got to interview. It's kind of like a job interview for you, but a little bit
Mhm.
different because you're playing football and you're in front of NFL scouts. You mentioned the Tropical Bowl, and you mentioned talking with some potential teams. So I'm going to pull this tweet up on the stage. This is from, let's see, James Simone. He was talking about your experience at the Tropical Bowl, that you met with a couple of teams. You met with the Ravens, you met with the Colts, you met with the Packers. It says, and obviously you know more than I would. It breaks down kind of what you did. Started as a true freshman at Howard, second team all conference linebacker this past year at Southeastern University. Let's talk about your Tropical Bowl experience. How was that? Like, that's a huge stepping stone, right? Like into the professional career. I talked with Anton and then with Carrie Pleasant Johnson a couple weeks ago about the Tropical Bowl as well, and they gave me their perspective. What was your perspective on the Tropical Bowl?
Tropical Bowl probably like I think is one of my dream come true because I always wanted to play in the All Star game and I got to play at two of them. But
Yeah.
not only that, just being around like those different kids. Like I said, I'm military background, but just being around new fresh faces and stuff and seeing their mindset and see they were all trying to accomplish one goal, and that's get to the NFL. But At the end of the day, we're human, and I think people fail to realize that we all have our cons and our pros and what we have in life. So, as hearing where these guys come from and what happened in their stories and stuff is really touching because we're all trying to be somebody in his life, and I feel like football is a stepping stone to get there.
So you talked about some NFL teams you met with at your pro day. This tweet says you met with some teams at the Tropical Bowl. It says Ravens, Colts, and Packers on the screen. Talk about that. How is your conversations with NFL teams? How are your conversations with NFL scouts? How have that gone? Kind of break that down for us.
Yeah, just talking to different teams, and my agent been talking to a lot of different teams too. I met with the Ravens at Tropical Bowl. That was like an official met. I would talk to him and chop it up with the agent, with the scout there. The Colts hit me up on, I think through via text, and I had to do a lot of different questionnaires. And then the Packers, I actually talked to them when I was at the FCS Bowl too, and so just like this different forms of communication really. My agent just keeping me frequently advised of all the different teams, and I feel like at the end of the day, it's in God's hands, so I'm not really worried. Whatever happens at this point, I know I put in the work. I know God has a plan that's great.
Anything really stand out with you in those conversations, kind of messages back and forth, those meetings with those NFL teams and scouts? Anything really stand out for you?
A lot of teams just talk about my versatility, just being a guy that can play both multiple positions, play that strong safety spot, that play that inside linebacker, outside linebacker, just move around, play that rover spot, coming in on dime packages. A lot of teams are just saying that. And then my versatility can only take me as far as special teams. I feel like I can play every single special teams. I'm a four down guy. I feel like come in and play punt, kickoff, whatever the coaches need. And I feel like at the end of the day, I can get the job done.
Yeah, and I think when you're trying to break into the NFL, versatility obviously is important, playing multiple positions and playing special teams. Do you like playing special teams? How does that work for you? And is that something you're ready to do right away when you step on an NFL field?
I love playing special teams. I feel like special teams is a key part of the game.
Yeah.
You actually win ball games through special teams. So I feel like I could play anyone, kickoff, wherever they need me. I could be a job plugger. I want to just plug in wherever they need me.
So I do this with all our interviews, and it sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. I'm gonna pull up some film where we got
Okay.
a couple clips that I found on social media,
All right.
about like 10 to 15 seconds. You're gonna break them down for us and kind of basically say if someone's never watched football before, like what the heck am I looking at? Like what are we doing here? And obviously you know more than we do, even if we watch football. So I'm gonna pull this up for you. We're gonna mute this because no one needs to hear it. So what do we got going on here? What are we looking at here?
Okay. Right now we're scanning the whole field. Now I'm looking at my keys right now, but I'm scanning the whole field.
Where are you located? There's no circle and all that stuff. So
Oh yeah, okay. So to let the defense or let people, the viewers know where I'm at, I'm over here and right there. You go back.
oh, my mouse right
Yeah,
here.
right there. Second level defender, right
Got it.
there. And
You're at the, what is it, 32-yard line?
yeah, about
32,
32
30.
line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably on that. I'm playing that either that mic or will. I can't tell what position I am right now. It
Mhm.
looks like the mic. I'm at that mic spot right now, and so right now I'm scanning the whole field. Like I said, right now we got a motion. So it was doubles. It was doubles, and
Okay.
then it was gun near. I had back to my side, and now we motioned, and then we got trips over there. So it's gonna keep
I'll
playing.
I'll run it.
Yeah, yeah. So now we got trips over here. We got a trio set.
So you pointed. So you pointed at your DB right here. Is that what you
Yeah,
did?
just alerting him because like it's a push alert. Just alerting
Okay.
him that I know he got that hard flat right there, so just I want him to sink, but just be aware that you got your running back in your face. All right, so
Okay.
he's sinking, but I'm making him known that you got a running back in your face. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're getting a drop in right now. Everybody's getting a drop, and I plant, and I go find the ball carrier.
So you see we're running it here. So you see the quarterback, right? Obviously you're here. You're at the, let's say 36, 35-yard line right there, right?
No doubt, no
So
doubt.
you see the quarterback kind of tuck it, right? Almost, right?
hmm
And
Yeah,
there's no one in
plant my
your
foot.
area. So if there's no one in your area, you can go after the quarterback at that point, right?
For sure, but you always want to get space. I feel like just learn how to push back and get
Yeah.
space. You always want to eat up some ground. But just be aware of quarterbacks and how they can scramble too. So that's the main play. Just planting your foot and making a
Mhm.
play on the quarterback. That's what happened there.
We're gonna run it, and then you see you attack with your fellow teammate, and then obviously
Mhm. We
you
call
make
that a vice tackle. That's a vice tackle right there.
the vice tackle. Oh, interesting.
Vice tackle. Yeah.
Okay, let's see if we got more clips. I gotta go back here. Let's see what we got. Let's go. We'll run this. Put this big screen. So what are we looking at here? If you're on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, I'm sorry. So what are we looking at here? Where are you situated? Let's see. Oh, let's move
Okay. If you go back, I'm gonna probably be right there. I'm walking down on my
right there.
defense. Yeah, right there. I'm walking down on my defensive end.
So you're at the, we'll say 27, 28, 26, 27, right?
Mhm.
So let's see what we're watching here.
We got the basic formation. Still got the gun near formation with the doubles. And
So
right,
you're at the line of scrimmage right now.
yeah. I jumped in. Now I'm the end. So now he's the defensive tackle, and now I'm the end,
Got it.
basically.
Why do you do that? Like what do you see? Is that the play? Is that the formation? What do you see
Yeah.
to
Usually it's just different formations I can get put in.
because you started here, right?
Yeah.
And then you
My
ended up
defense.
here.
Yeah, my defense coordinator told us to come up, so we want to show a look that we come up, and you
Okay.
can do a lot from that. You can show a look and then bail out into coverage, or you can come in blitzes. You can do a lot of different stunts. It's a lot of different ways that you can play football. So I feel like just being at tropical ball, I was able to just show my ability and show what I can do at all different steps of the game.
So we'll run it here, and
Hmm.
then you kind of break in, and you kind of get
Yeah,
to the
look.
quarterback, and kind of you force a really quick throw.
Hmm.
So like,
A
so
little
what do you
stunt
do?
right there.
What is this move here? What are we looking at here? So
So I'm taking two
the
steps and
left
I'm
arm
getting right
comes.
under me.
Say it again.
I'm taking two steps. So I'm getting right under my defensive tackle, like right underneath, like
Yeah.
right now.
Yep. Okay.
And like he's gonna free me up basically because
Okay.
you
So
see he got the other guard chasing and I'm coming
yeah.
right underneath. Yeah,
So basically, the left guard's not there in time.
yeah, he's not there in time because I'm
Essentially,
coming right underneath. Yeah.
and you come right underneath, and then you force the quick throw that leads to the incompletion. So let's do one more.
Okay.
Where do these go? We got this one here, so we're gonna mute this because no one wants to hear about loud noises. So what are we looking at here? Where are you situated? Are you here?
Yeah, I'm on the strong side this time. I'm over
Okay.
here at the strong side linebacker position. I'm in the box still. If you see me,
Okay.
I'm still in the box.
Yep.
We got two backs and then
So
we have
you just pointed there, right?
yeah.
What is that? What is that signal? What are you doing right there?
Go back again. Let me see. Oh yeah, we got
You have the
motion.
motion.
Yeah, we just hand motion. Just make sure everybody slide. I'm a big communicator. As being at every single school, I feel like I'm just the best. I've been the best communicator. I feel like
Mhm.
the coaches always trust me with the plays, and I always like to get it out to my teammates. But right now, we follow the motion right now. Just easily communication of a slide, and I pause it. Go back.
Sorry.
You good?
Right here.
So hold it by right here. All right, now I'm in the RPO spot.
Cool.
So run pass option. So
Hmm.
right now I got to hold my water. My three's still in the backfield, so I'm really looking at the mesh point of the quarterback and the running back. Okay,
Okay.
so I'm making the quarterback hold as long as possible, so he doesn't make a move until I make a move. So you see me when the ball is snapped, I
Hmm.
hesitate for about 2 seconds, just so I can hold that RPO and make him to go through his last options progression. So he can either run it, take it, or he could give it to the running back, or he can pop it out for the little screen, and you can press play. RPO option, and then he
Hmm.
throws it off to the screen, and now I'm chasing the ball carrier.
You're chasing, and you guys are making the tackle.
No doubt.
Love it, man. Love it. Well, appreciate that breakdown because not everyone. I never played professional football. Obviously, I never played football in high school or middle school.
Yes,
I was
sir.
baseball and basketball, but I love football. Obviously, you can tell I'm a Bills fan. But no, I
No doubt.
appreciate that breakdown. It's a good insight into. Look, obviously on Sundays and Saturdays I watch college football and NFL, but you don't get that insight by just sitting down and watching. So I really appreciate that.
No
A
doubt.
couple more questions and we'll get out of here. So talking about the NFL. I know we talked about you playing linebacker, special teams, a little safety as well. But one player in the NFL that you model your game after.
Probably Matt Milano for the Bills.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think he's a ball player. I like how they use him too at that linebacker, that will spot, and they use him at that safety spot too. I like how he plays. And another backer that I think I model my game after probably be Um, Roquan Smith, or I'll probably say Chauncey Gardner. Just the way they move. Roquan Smith, he's an inside linebacker, but he's a headhunter. I feel like he wants to play ball at the end of the day. And I feel like I can model my game up Chauncey Gardner, just how he moves around the field, playing at that free safety spot. I like how he moves. He's so free, and he knows how to attack the ball. Now, at the end of the day, that's the main goal, and I love how he plays. He plays with fierceness and attitude. That's what he plays.
Those are some heck of a good players, and I like the Matt Milano shout there. That's
Mhm.
definitely gonna clip that. We'll get that on social media. But
No
no, I
doubt.
think no Matt Milano. Look, coming off, he was good last year. Obviously, he was coming off a major injury, but he's been a really good linebacker, and he was a day 3 pick from
No
Boston
doubt.
College. So
Yeah.
uh, he's been great for the Bills. I know we talked about, you said linebacker, you play a little safety as well, but give me one NFL running back you want to tackle, and give me one NFL wide receiver, or I guess tight end or running back you want to guard.
Probably running back. I want to probably tackle. Probably I say this on every podcast. Everybody always asks me this, but probably just the one that's on the schedule every single week. But one guy that I probably really want to tackle, probably Alvin Kamara, because he's from Gwinnett County in Georgia. So like just being from my city, it'll be like a just like a hometown hero moment. Just want to see how tackling him is, and I know I can.
Anybody you want to guard or match up with, kind of like out of the backfield, or if it's a tight end and all that kind of stuff?
Just anybody. Just anybody. I don't have no preference. Any tight ends. Just anybody. I ain't gonna
You
lie.
just want
I'll
to play
match up
football.
anybody. Yeah.
You just want to play football, man, right?
I just want to play football at the end of the day. At the end of the day, I just want to play football. Yeah.
Fair enough. Uh, let's talk about, we got a couple more questions and we'll get out of here, guys. Make sure you guys follow him, Jomier Augustine, on Instagram and on Twitter. That will be in the description. I really appreciate you taking the time. We have a couple more questions, and then we'll wrap it up here. But if I was an NFL GM or a scout or a head coach, and I'm asking you why we should draft you, why should the Buffalo Bills draft you, why should my NFL team draft you, what is your response to that?
Just type person I am. I not only came from a military background, but just my faith. I'm built off faith. I feel like everything happens for a reason, and I'm putting my best foot forward every single time I step on the field. And I want any GM to know that I'm a ball player at the end of the day, but my versatility speaks for itself. I have my MBA, and I'm smart. I'm a leader. I feel like I can bring that to any organization and be a glue for the organization and for the defense, and I'm low maintenance as well. So I feel like just any team that picks me up, they don't got to worry about me having any off field issues. I only miss one day of school coming out of high school. I mean, coming out of every single high school, middle school, elementary. I only miss one day of school. So I'm always gonna be accountable and be there. But at the end of the day, just my leadership too as well. I feel like I'm a person of high character, and anybody can vouch that. Any coach can vouch that for me. Any player around me that can vouch that. Just how I treat myself and how I go around treating people.
Let's fast forward to next week, right? Because we're recording on a Wednesday night. If you're listening on, Apple Podcasts or Spotify, or if you're watching on YouTube right now, you guys will be seeing this Friday, Saturday, so a couple days away. So fast forward to next week. What is your expectation for draft week? Obviously, it's a 3-day process. It's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. But what is your expectation for draft week?
I just don't want to worry about it all. At the end of the day, it could be a stressful moment if you let it, but I'm really not gonna let it get to me at all. Just continue to do what I do and just work out daily. And I'm probably gonna go see my mom, go back to Atlanta, and see my mom, my brother. But at the end of the day, it's God's plan. I'm not worried at all.
Are
So
you,
whatever He has.
are you gonna be watching any of the draft? Are you gonna be
For sure.
sitting with your
Yeah, I'm
family?
gonna
Okay,
watch every single pick. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna sit down and then watching my mom every single day too. From the 24th to the 26th. I think it was 24th to the 26th, right? Is that
hmm
correct? Yeah, I'm
yeah,
gonna watch it every single day. Yeah.
24 to 26. So
Mhm.
good luck, man. I really appreciate you coming on. So I'm gonna ask you one more question, and if this is, I'm not saying it's gonna happen. Let's worst case scenario, say you don't get drafted, right? Let's say Saturday ends, you don't get drafted. What's the next steps for you? Because I know there's PFAs, there's UDFAs. Are your agents calling people? What is your expectation in that kind of, in that possibility?
So whatever team's up next, or whatever team needs me. At the end of the day, I told my agent this. I just want to be around an organization that truly cares about me as a player. I don't want to just go up there because it's a numbers game. I feel like I want to go somewhere that truly cares about me as a football player and as a person and a human being. Yeah.
Awesome, man. So, well, everyone watching and listening obviously is wishing you luck. Maybe you're a Buffalo Bill. That'd be pretty cool.
No
But I
doubt.
really appreciate you coming on. Anything else you want to say before we get out of here, man?
Just really God bless. Hope everybody's doing well on this good Wednesday. Just thank you.
Yeah, Jomier, appreciate you coming on, guys. You can follow him and his NFL journey on Instagram and on Twitter. Both of his accounts will be down below in the description. Make sure you guys check out all our draft content, not just this. We have a ton of draft content that's already been published or that is coming your way in the next week or so. Jomier, I really appreciate, man, and I wish you the best of luck.
Yes, sir. No doubt. It's been a pleasure, and I hope you have a great day too.
Thank you, man. Guys, follow us on social media at Talking Sports PD. Link is in the description on X and on Instagram. And as always, we are sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. Use code TSP for 100% deposit match up to $100. The link will be in the description. Jameer's Instagram and Twitter X account, whatever the heck you want to call it, that's in the description, like I said. So you guys, make sure you guys check him out on all platforms. Make sure you guys follow us on social media for all announcements. This is our final draft interview. We've done a couple of those. If you missed LeCarrier's one or Anton's one, go check that out. But make sure you guys like and comment and always subscribe to the YouTube channel. Jomier, once again, we wish you the best of luck in your NFL and your professional football career. Appreciate you coming on, man. And guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. More draft content coming your way. That's going to do it. This was the Talking Sports Podcast right here on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. We'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.